Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. Oh, and guess what I'm smoking today? My newest acquisition. A merchant services Bings. Is this gorgeous, beauteous, megamus, maximus? That's Latin, you know. Finally, let me tell you a little bit about this. I'd been wanting a really Bings, type pipe for quite a while. And never quite found it. I mean, I have a Bing's favorite. I got, it's in there from Levana Sakian. But really wanted one like I had seen in his pictures. And about 2 years ago, I had heard of merchant services, saw this pipe. I was really thinking of getting it. I didn't. Thought it might be too thin here. But later, I found out that merchant services were the people that made Bing Crosby's pipes, or at least some of them, but mainly the one I was looking for with the thicker band. And of course, I wanted it in a smooth, that's what I think it is, billiard. It is gorgeous. So I decided I'm going to get it. Out of stock. So for well over a year, I just kept looking at it. And finally, because I could be kind of bright, you know what I mean, I actually put myself on their waiting list for when the pipe comes in. That was maybe 4 months ago, maybe longer. Heard nothing. Then I got the email saying they have them in stock. I saw the pipe. I bought the pipe. Finally. And this is truly a great pipe. And it is exactly what I was looking for. So I have a few more Bing pipes, but, and of course they're all good smokers, so I smoke them anyway, and will continue. But here I have the true one that I am just in love with. Smoked it a few times, and I'm already liking it. So it's only going to get better. So that's that. And then, since it's Christmas time, I'm going to tell you a little Christmas story. But first, Dr. Bo wants to have another one of his Christmas readings. Doctor, take it over. You'd better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
He's one of them.
Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're This guy's a pervert.
He's one of them there preverts.
And he's coming to town.
Coming to town, not
We
my
don't
town.
have any guns.
What are we gonna do?
Wait a minute. We have harpoons.
Harpoon? I'll stick that harpoon right up his.
Hey! So, to continue, a little Christmas memories for me. And at the same time, and I was planning on doing this, and then Trucking Piper asked us to talk about a person who's no longer around, who was a great influence on my Christmas. Pure coincidence, because this is exactly what I was going to do anyway. So this is a little VR to Trucking Piper, not to be confused with Trucking Piper Bob. Didn't know so many people like trucks. But anywho, this is a story or memories of my mother. Because it was my mother who just loved Christmas. That's all there is about it. She loved it. And we, I don't want to say we were poor, but, you know, we didn't have a great amount of wealth at that time when I was a kid. We also had moved to West Virginia from Trenton, New Jersey. And so my dad took 2 weeks off at Christmas. And we had to go back to Jersey simply because my dad was an only child, meaning my sisters and me were only grandkids. So he had to go at Christmas. And Christmas for us, we started putting out Christmas decorations once Thanksgiving was over with. So even though we were going to be gone for Christmas, my mother still just loved decorating for Christmas. Just loved that whole season. Also got us gifts. Just so that we'd always have stuff to unwrap. You know, something every year. Because we got some of our gifts before we went on our trip. So we didn't have to take them. And a few other gifts. Once we were at my mother's grandparents, or my mother's parents' house. We had a little bit like 2 Christmases. But it allowed us to have our tree up, stockings. Part of the stockings, you know, my mom would wrap them up, but it'd be like our toothbrush, you know, for the year, pajamas, all that stuff we kind of needed. But Mom would save them so that she could wrap them up and you would have a lot of stuff to unwrap at Christmas. Then we'd go to my grandmother's house and stay there, which was also close to my dad's parents' house. Usually a little bit before Christmas through New Year. And we'd have our Christmas again. And I love and I have such fond memories of those Christmases. Just the way that my grandparents decorated. I still have a vivid memory. It's just this little dumb thing. We always went into the house from the side. Walked up a little bit of an alley, and then went under a grape arbor, and there was, the door that we always went in. It had a big window with the thick lights around it, and it just always Christmas. So just want to remind you of just the stuff, reminds me at least, of the stuff that we had at Christmas. In comparison, it might not have been that great because whatever we had, but it's what we had. And I loved every minute of it. And it is fond memories for me. We'd also, my sister and I were almost thinking of doing this, last year or so, because one of the parts of Christmas would also be getting in our car, driving around little town of Florence, New Jersey, which is my grandparents' house, looking at the Christmas lights. Always something that we enjoyed, and we always did. Great memories, and really, thank you, Mom. Well, this will be the last video I do before Christmas. So, I want to wish you, everybody that doesn't celebrate Christmas, a happy holidays. Me, you might have guessed, love to celebrate Christmas, love to decorate. I got that from my mother. I'm a little bit overboard compared to what she used to do, but a lot of little things are from my mom. So, from me to you, Merry Christmas. I hope you like this. And remember, if you don't like this, you're not going to get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. Take care out there, and have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.